Alright guys, so this is actually a updated version of something that was on the poll for for the video that won Danny Phantom the Crow, that fanfiction idea. There was one that was really close, and I was thinking about doing it, but then I thought, let's go one step further. So, as you can see from this title, we are doing a Suicide Squad Black Lagoon crossover. So yeah, because it makes so much sense to have, of any DC characters in there, the Suicide Squad invading Roanapur is something you could actually see happen. So, anyway, let's get into it. So this story basically begins with a ship that was sailing just a wee too close to Roanapur, and it falls under the jurisdiction of Hotel Moscow, who board the ship and start taking pieces off of it. And those pieces we'll get to back to later. But they were under the they were in the possession of those were boxes that belonged to Argus, and more specifically, they were from Amanda Waller. So Waller finds out that some of her toys have been stolen off of a boat, and now she's, of course, Waller makes it all about herself. Waller gets ready to mobilize the Suicide Squad and get back what was stolen from her. So, the team that is sent into Roanapur consists of Rick Flag, Peacemaker, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, Harley Quinn. It's a big team. Who's yeah? I forgot. Like, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Parasite, Killer Frost, and Enchantress. Sorry, I lost my train. I lost my whole like train of thought went off the rails. So it was an 8-person team that gets sent in, and everyone's like, "Wait, why are we sending? Why are we making a squad this big to go after?" To go into one city, and it's like, what, are we going to another Corto Maltese thing? And Waller's like, no, you're going into Roanapur, which is arguably much worse than, it's like if Gotham and Corto Maltese had a bastard child. So Waller tells them about Hotel Moscow, tells them about Bella Lyka, and tells them, neutralize Bella Lyka, but the big thing is recovering what was stolen, the items that were stolen. And Flag is like, well, what was stolen? And she goes, do you really even have to ask that question? He goes, classified, fuck. So yeah, Flag leads the rest of the squad into Roanapur. They have to get airdropped in the middle of the night and go into a deep cover mission and have to make their way into Roanapur. But the problem is that Bella Lyka is already aware of what's gonna happen, that she already knows that, what this is, what Argus had, and that's why she stole it. But she was also aware that it was Amanda Waller's possession, so she's already knows that the Suicide Squad is gonna come after her. See, Bella Lyka is not a fucking idiot, like Waller thinks she is. And in fact, it's more of a chess game. This whole thing is more like a bloody chess game between Bella Lyka and Amanda Waller, and everyone else are just pieces in the whole shebang. So, obviously, the squad has metas on the team, and even Bella Lyka's right-hand man is like, look, we may be tough, but, we can't take on we can't take on some of those supers. We really can't take on, we can take on a few, but, all of them, Frost, Parasite, those are supers that are beyond our comprehension. And she's like, correct, comrade. Which is why I called in a little help. And who did she call in? She called in the fucking KG Beast. Yeah, she has recruited the KG Beast to work with Hotel Moscow, and even KG Beast is like, Waller had a bomb put in me a long time ago, and I got it out, I got it inert, and now I'm ready to serve under Hotel Moscow. So the KG Beast is with Moscow, and more importantly, they also get, of course, the Lagoon Company, and Revy thinks this is the coolest goddamn thing ever. Like, she thinks this is going to be the hottest shit in town. And she finds out that the Suicide Squad, because they're aware, like, they know, like, anyone in the underworld, like, in the criminal underworld, knows about the Suicide Squad, and knows it's, like, just a wet work team for the government, made of supervillains. And Revy's just, like, having a ball at the idea of killing supervillains, some of whom are, like, famous supervillains, and she's just ready for, like, she's just all up ready for a bloody-ass conflict. So, when the squad, like, gets to Roanapur, they are immediately greeted by, not just, they are greeted by just gunmen and mercenaries, and they're like, oh shit, Waller, we're made! And they immediately have to take cover. The team has to, like, fight their way through all these gunmen, and that's when, like, because Waller thought Hotel Moscow may be the criminal superpower in the city, but, like, Waller's like, that bitch is, like, Balalaika's just a, this bitch who thinks she's god of this city. So there's no way she could, like, there's no way that bitch thinks it, like, I'm better than her, and my task force sets are going to bring me her ahead on a silver platter. There's no way this, like, that bitch is going to, like, get the drop on me. What she didn't realize is Balalaika, when she knew Waller was coming, she basically got all the other crime lords together in Roanapur and was like, so Amanda Waller's going to be sending the Suicide Squad after us, and Roanapur is a very no super town. No metas allowed kind of town. So everyone got together, and even everyone in the city got a big paycheck if anyone killed the members of the Suicide Squad. And now the squad has to, like, fight their way through various opponents and various killers in order to get to Balalaika. So the fight's going on. So it's just all-out war between the two groups, and the flag orders that the squad splits up. Like, Peacemaker takes, like, they split up into two teams of four. Like, Peacemaker and his team go underground. They find, like, a manhole, they jump into the sewers, while Flag and the others give them suppressing fire, and fall back. However, the whole city is now, like, in lockdown of hunting down the Suicide Squad, and Balalaika's just all like, I really, really hope Waller's losing her shit over this. Sure enough, Waller is losing her shit over this, because she underestimated Balalaika the entire time. Revy goes down into the sewer when she's with a group. Her and Dutch and a few other gunners and hunters are going into the sewer, look for them, and what happens is that she and Peacemaker get into an all-out gunfight, while Harley and King Shark and Parasite all try to just basically kill their way through every gunman. But Peacemaker is just like, in the name of peace, I will destroy all of Roanapur. Peace! And he's just laying down just shit ton of gunfire. Meanwhile, Flag and his group manage to get to somewhere. Waller manages to tell them, look, we got someone on the inside that you can go to for a safe house, and that's the Church of Violence. Turns out, if you guys remember in the anime, Etta is actually a member of the CIA. She's deep cover, and she actually helps Flag find, like, peace. And she's like, okay, I was the one who told Waller that the ship that Hotel Moscow knocked over was hers, but we don't. But what was Waller carrying on it? And he goes, "Would you believe?" And Flag goes, "Would you believe classified?" And she goes, "Fuck, I hate that bitch." So the team, the team basically meets up. Peacemaker gets away from Revy, and the rest of the team mounts up. But at this point, Balalaika reveals what was in those crates. It was basically a new model of a Mazo. And what she wanted to do was sell it to the highest bidder, but seeing that Waller kind of forced her hand, she activated the new model of Amazo and just turns it loose and proceeds to just start attacking the Suicide Squad left and right. Seeing the damage this thing is capable of, and seeing that it's out of control, even Balalaika's like, we need to take this down. So Revy, along with Peacemaker, have to hit it in the right. There's a weak spot for this specific model. So Revy and Peacemaker have to like aim their guns together and just be like, hope you miss, hope you do too. And they get it, head blows off. The wreckage is taken by the Suicide Squad, but now Waller knows that there is a credible threat in Roanapur, that someone that can challenge her, and that's Balalaika, and that makes Waller nervous. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my Suicide Squad Black Lagoon crossover. You guys let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.